Hey, nonprofiteers, it's Tracy B. Allen, nonprofit strategist. And today's topic is Next Year Never Comes. And why did I choose to name it Next Year Never Comes? Okay, let's see. If you're a nonprofit that's a year or more older, and let's say in 2016, you got your determination and you said, yes, I got this. 2017, I'm going to rock out. I'm going to help my community. My nonprofit organization is going to be on point. 2017 came and we got to July and you were like, darn, I'm halfway through the year. Okay, 2018, I'm going to knock down 2018. I'm going to own it. We are going to do this. We're going to make tons of impact in the community. We're going to be on point financially. And here we are, 2018, it's July again. And you're already saying, oh my God, well, we're halfway through the year. Okay, 2019, I got you. I got you 2019. We are going to do this in 2019. So mentally, you already started preparing for the next year. This is not just for nonprofit people. For-profit people do this a lot too. So you're already preparing for 2019 and all the things that you're going to do in 2019 because it's July already. You feel it's halfway through the year. And it's summertime and you just want to relax when really this is the time when you should be ramping up. And you're forgetting that you have 5 months left in the year that you can do so much with. All the things that you did not do, all the impact that you didn't make in the community in the first 6 months of the year, you can make that impact in the last 5 months of the year. It is not time to throw in the towel and start talking about all the things you're going to do in 2019 when we're still in 2018 and we have 5 months left in 2018. Okay, so for those of you who have never seen me before, you don't know who I am, my name is Tracy B. Allen. I'm a nonprofit strategist. I'm also the owner of TVA Consulting, where we help nonprofit leaders develop the systems and processes needed to build and grow profitable, sustainable, and compliant infrastructures so that they can achieve their mission and realize their vision. Simply put, we help nonprofit leaders put the pieces together to make sense, because if it doesn't make sense, it just doesn't work. Okay, it does not work at all. So yes, we cannot talk about next year when we still have 5 months left in the year. I spoke to 3 people this week that is going to be like, well, we're already halfway through the year, you know, so I'm just going to plan for next year. Why are we planning for next year? I mean, granted, you always should plan ahead, so that's not the issue, but why are you not planning to do anything with the next 5 months of the year? Do you know that most of the money made by nonprofit organizations for donation purposes are made in the latter part of the year? September, October, November, December. 4 months. September, October, November, December. And July is when you should be putting your plan together to maximize your fundraising efforts in those months. You have Giving Tuesday, which will be coming up pretty soon. You have an end of year giving campaigns. You should be ramping up now, making sure you have your systems and processes in place so that when that time comes around, you are ready to roll. You need to be putting the people. Who are you going to have on your committees? Have you formed your committees yet? Do you know, does each person know their responsibilities? Do you know what emails you're going to be sending out? Have you projected a budget? Are you going to be doing newspaper advertising? Are you going to be doing radio advertising? Are you going to be doing TV appearances? Have you sent out your press releases? How are you going to get people who are lapsed donors back into the fold to start donating to your organization? How are you going to acquire new donors? Is it going to be through networking? Are you going to go to other events? Are you going to set up a vendor's table? Are you going to be doing social media? How many times a week are you going to be doing social media? What are you going to be placing on social media? Are you a good storyteller? Maybe not. How are you going to tell the story? Someone else in your organization, a very vibrant person who can tell those stories for your organization and draw your potential donors in? Have you asked any of the people that you've served if they want to become, if they want to represent, become an ambassador for your organization and tell their story about how your organization has helped them? And if you don't have any stories to tell because you weren't collecting your stories, or maybe you really haven't made an impact yet this year, how are you going to go about making an impact so you do have stories to tell come September, October, and December? How are you going to do that? Do you have a plan in place? If you don't, we don't know what we don't know. But if you don't know something, you have to find someone who can help you to achieve your goals. You started your nonprofit organization because you had a mission. You saw a need in the community and you decided that you were going to be the person that's going to fulfill that need. And that is a very noble cause. But if you were not prepared knowledge-wise, or you were not prepared with the skills necessary in order to do that, then you have to seek someone out. It doesn't have to be me. It doesn't have to be my program that I'm advertising right now that starts in August. It's called the Year-End Fundraising Superheroes Bootcamp, because you can raise 50% of your projected revenue in the months of September, October, November, and December, especially November and December. But you have to have a plan in place. You have to start building those relationships now in July, not relaxing in the sun on the beach. I mean, you could do that too, you take a few days for yourself, but really and truly, you need to be actively putting your campaign together. And if you don't know how to do that, then you need to sign up for the boot camp and get the knowledge you need. I'm there to hold your hand step by step through the process so that you can get it right. You can make the impact in the community and you can go into 2019 with surplus. So when you tell 2019, I'm going to kick your door down because I'm coming for you 2019, I'm going to help 3 or 4 or 500 families next year. You will have the finances to help those families next year. You won't be that person looking in the organization's bank account going, oh my God, but I have good intentions, but damn, there ain't no money in here. That's not a good feeling. So you either close your doors or you have to turn people away, send them to another organization. Why did you start the organization if that's what you're going to have to do? When you have started the organization, you started organization because you wanted to help people. And in order to do that, you need money. Plain and simple, you need money in order to do that. And the skills that you learn in the boot camp are not just for the boot camp, for the end of year giving. It goes across the board when it comes to fundraising on a whole. The skills and concepts that you learn, the policy, the procedures, the systems and processes can be applied to any fundraiser that you are going to have throughout the year. You can take those emails, those 13 emails, you can tweak them and make them your own. Tweet them for other email campaigns that you're going to be running. I mean, everything, getting your board on board, getting your ambassadors on board, bringing in new volunteers, getting those volunteers to become ambassadors and fundraise for you, getting your staff involved so they don't tell you, well, that ain't my job. I'm here as an administrative assistant. You want me to do what now? That type of stuff. So you can learn all the managerial skills necessary to get everybody to come in and want to be a part of your nonprofit organization fundraising activities. Instead of people be like, no, I don't think so. I'm not about that life. I'm not asking nobody for money. I ain't doing that. You don't want that. You want people to embrace what you're doing and be happy about doing it. So you want a collective, everybody who's a part of your organization, to understand how to fundraise, what to say, when to say it, when not to say it. And if they say no, don't take it personal, but move on to the next person. And you may be able to come back to that person the next time. If you didn't go, oh, you don't want to donate and give them the screw face, like, really? once you do that, you've lost that person for good. Like, forget it. Okay, so you don't want that. You want to teach your board members, your staff members, your volunteers, your ambassadors, even your clients. Sometimes if they've gone through the program and they're now successful, they can come back and be ambassadors for your organization, but they need to understand how to fundraise. That is why a lot of people get pushback from their board members, because really and truly you didn't tell them up front what their duties were going to be. So now they come in and they're like, what? You want me to do what now? I don't think so, because they really didn't understand their responsibilities up front. They didn't understand the amount of effort that it takes to run a nonprofit organization. They did not know that the board members were not just there as a governing body, but they were there as a fundraising body, and they got to write a check and they got to help fundraise. They didn't know this. So that's where the apprehension comes in, and the bad attitudes, and the like, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not about that. And then they disappear. They go ghost on you. It's like internet dating. You start talking to somebody online and then all of a sudden they just completely disappear. That's what your board members do when you bring up the fundraising, because fundraising becomes like the F-bomb. It's like the big F-bomb in the nonprofit industry. And you don't want that. You want people to be excited being a part of your nonprofit organization. You want people to be enthusiastic about coming, about sharing your mission, your vision, sharing anecdotal stories about things that have happened in the organization. But this comes through training, to make people feel comfortable. Think about it. If you are, let's say, a nurse, and for whatever reason, you hurt your back really bad, there's no administrative positions, and you decide, okay, I'm going to go sell cars. So you're not going to go to a car dealership to become a car salesperson, and you have no sales skills. Someone has to teach you the pitch. Someone has to teach you how to deal with the clients. Someone has to teach you all the things necessary to be comfortable in your new job and to be able to be successful in your new job. It's the same thing in a nonprofit organization. You have to invest financially. Someone said yesterday, and they reminded me of this saying that my mom used to say all the time: in order to make money, you have to spend money. So if you're thinking, well, I'm a nonprofit, so nonprofit, you know what I mean? Like no profit. No, it doesn't mean that. Nonprofit does not mean that you make no money. It is just a designation given by the IRS. But a nonprofit has to and must make money in order to be successful. Must. If it doesn't make money, it will flop. You will not make the impact in the community. No nonprofit should open their doors and only help 5 to 20 people a year. What? Say what now? No. You should be helping hundreds of people per year. But the only way you can do that is if you have money. So that comes through fundraising. And stop talking about grants all the time. Grants are great, but grants are not guaranteed. And it takes time. You have to be in a business. You have to have data. And a lot of people are not good with data keeping. So when you're not good with data keeping, then when it comes time to write a grant, the grant writer is like, well, so where's the data? I need data in order to write this grant, and you don't have it. So those are all of these things are skills that you're going to learn in the year end. Even though it's called the year end Fundraising Superheroes Bootcamp, you're going to learn all the things to make sure that from after you take the boot camp, that you are continuing to be successful as you go along with your organization. Because remember, part of my mission is to make you sustainable. So you're learning sustainability skills so that your organization can be profitable over the long haul. Okay. And then in January, that's what I'm excited about. I just decided to add this. So in the late December, January, we're going to put your fundraising plan. We're going to do a bonus module to help you put your fundraising plan together for 2019, step by step, month by month, so that you can really kick in the door for 2019 like you said you want to. But the only way to do that is to get the knowledge and skills necessary to make that impact. If you don't have the knowledge, you don't have the skills level, you don't have the concepts, you can't apply anything. It's going to be, like I said, you're in the bathroom and you're putting wet toilet paper and trying to make it stick in the ceiling. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Then you have a big mess on the floor. That's how you're running your nonprofit organization. You're running your nonprofit organization like a hamster on a wheel. You know, the hamster gets on the wheel and it's just running, and going absolutely nowhere, and that's it. If you've been in business for a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and you don't have surplus in the bank account, you're not making the money necessary to truly impact the community. Every time somebody comes in your door, you have to come on Facebook and ask for money, or have a quick fundraiser, trying to raise a little something, or, you know, taking money out of your personal bank account. You don't really have a nonprofit that is successful. You have a nonprofit on paper, but you don't have a successful nonprofit because you're not truly making an impact. Your nonprofit is measured by impact. Have you made significant impact in the community? Can we measure that impact that you've made in the community? Can you take somebody to say 20, 40, 50, 60 homes that have changed completely for the good because your nonprofit organization was able to help these people make everlasting change? All of these things are things that you need to think about, because these are the stories that you're going to need to tell during your end of year giving campaign. So if you have not gathered your stories, you don't have a list of different stories and anecdotes you can tell about the impact that your nonprofit has had on the community, then that's one of the things you need to start doing today. Sit down and figure out, what has my organization done? And if someone asks me to give them a story, of course without the person's name, because you can't give names unless the person gives you gives you clearance, what can I tell them? Can I give them a plethora of stories that show that my organization has truly made change within the community? If you can't do that, then you're in problems. You need help. You need some help to gather to put a strategic plan in place and gather your systems and processes on how you're going to collect data, where you're going to keep it. It should be readily available to you. If it's not readily available to you, or a donor comes in, or the board member wants to see something, then you're not doing good record keeping. So these are things that you need to talk about. If you truly want to knock down the doors in 2019 and truly want to own 2019 and make a bang leaving 2018, meaning that in 2018, for the next 4 months, you're going to be able to, 5 months, you're going to be able to truly make the impact that you haven't made for the first 6 months, and you have surplus to take into 2019, then you need to sign up for the year-end Fundraising Superheroes Bootcamp. You need to sign up for it today. I'm telling you, it's something that you will not regret. But like I said, you have to come to the point where you understand that you have to invest in knowledge, and you have to invest in your organization in order for it to make money. So it's up to you to decide. But if you do want to, I am going to put the link in the description box so that you can click on it, you can peruse the page, and hopefully you will sign up. All right, so that's it. Don't be a hamster on a wheel. Do not be a hamster on a wheel trying to figure out what you're doing, getting frustrated, spending all of your personal money because you don't want to invest in order to get the skills and concepts needed to do this on your own, because eventually you will be able to do it on your own, but first you have to get the knowledge. All right, have a great day, everyone. Hey nonprofiteers, thank you for watching another episode of a Nonprofit Biz Talk TV. Remember, there's someone in your community waiting for the help of your organization, and it is your responsibility to make sure you get it right. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.